So we're standing here in a field of fodder beet and deferred grass. We have the R1 and the R2 cattle. So the R1s are the spring-born calves from last year at about 10 months old, and the R2s came off the autumn herd, so they're looking about 16 months. This is the third year of using fodder beet for wintering these young stock on, and we're getting on really well with it. We've changed the system a bit in the last couple of years. We started off with a whole field down as fodder beet, and we bale grazed up the side. That gave us a lot more yield in the field, but we didn't have as much of a run back or lie for the periods when we had wetter weather. And really we've changed the system just around that to make it a bit more resilient in poor weather conditions. So we now go for half the field as beet, half the field is grass. We're strip grazing this on daily shifts. We'll double crop this field, so next year we'll swap the grass and the beet over, and we'll be in here again before going back into a herbal lay. So this was a herbal lay for 7 years before going into the beet. The rotation we have on the farm now, it'll be going down to herbs for about 5 years before coming back into the beet. The beet were grown for a little under £800 a hectare, so that's rent, all labour included, fert, spray, seeds. Depend on the yield, it's between about 2.5 and 4 pence per kilogram of dry matter. If we can get that yield pushing 30 tonne of dry matter, it's obviously getting it down a bit cheaper. Some years we're just there in the low 20s, obviously pushing that cost up a bit per kilogram of dry matter. So cost per day is normally 40 to 50 pence a day for these R2s, a little bit less for them R1s. So yeah, it's a cheap wintering system for them. Labour, dead simple. We just walk in here. We've got the tumble wheels on this. It's double strand for the younger cattle. It's taken us a couple of minutes to walk across the grass and the beet to step out the feed for the day, and no fuel or mucking out or bedding costs or anything. Just cattle spreading manure behind them as they graze. So I think for me it's a win environmentally. I like this as a system, and yeah, cost-wise it pays as well. The conditions we've got here, it's all direct drilled or min-tilled. There's no heavy cultivation, just to keep that soil structure there to help the grazing potential of this crop. Having the deferred grass alongside the crop, I mean, it's a simple system. It's good for the animals and the wildlife, and it's an easy system for us to run. It's just dead simple. Step a fence, takes 2 minutes, that's them fed for the day. They're happy. The amount of bouncing around they do when you're walking here to shift the fence, there's always a little bit of beet left. You want to leave about 15%, but as soon as they see you coming in the field, they're skipping and dancing, and they're happy to see you. And it's good having, I don't know, that happier stock and that good association when they see you. They know they're getting a fence moved and they're getting a feed.